Unlock the realm of IELTS General Writing Task 2, where every word, every sentence, every essay becomes a testament to your linguistic prowess. Ever wondered what distinguishes a Band 5 essay from a Band 9? It's time to dive into the nuances that can elevate your writing to the desired score. From structure to vocabulary, coherence to grammatical sophistication, we've got you covered. Say adieu to bewilderment and welcome clarity. With practical examples, expert insights, and transformative tips, we're here to guide your transformative journey. So gear up for an educational adventure, a chance to be inspired, to learn, and to conquer the IELTS General Writing Task 2. The world is your oyster, and it's time to seize the pearl.
It's all about turning simple answers into rich, detailed responses. Here is a sample IELTS General Writing Task. 2 question. In Britain, when someone gets old, they often go to live in a home with other old people where there are nurses to look after them. Sometimes the government has to pay for this care. Who do you think should pay for this care, the government or the family? This IELTS General Writing Task. 2 prompt is an opinion-type question. It asks the test taker to express their viewpoint on who should be responsible for paying for the care of the elderly, whether it should be the government or the family. This type of question requires the writer to state their opinion clearly and provide reasons and examples to support their position. Here is the type of answer that would be assessed as a Band 5. In Britain, many old people go to homes for the elderly. Here, nurses look after them. This care costs money. Some think the government should pay, while others believe it's the family's responsibility. I believe the government should pay. This is because many families might not have enough money. It's hard for some families to pay for such expensive care. Also, when people pay taxes, the government can use this money for public services like elderly care. On the other hand, some argue that families should pay. They say it's a family's duty to look after their elderly members. But not all families can afford this. In conclusion, I think the government should be responsible. This way, all old people can get the care they need, regardless of their family's financial situation. Let's evaluate the task response. The essay addresses the task only partially. While it presents a clear position throughout the response, the government should pay for elderly care, the development of ideas is limited. A Band 5 essay tends to present relevant ideas, but fails to extend them with detailed explanation or examples. Here are the reasons why this essay meets the criteria of a Band 5 and not a Band 9 for IELTS. General Writing Task 2, Coherence and Cohesion. The essay has an overall structure, introduction, body paragraphs, conclusion, which is a characteristic of Band 5. However, the progression of ideas is basic and sometimes disjointed. The use of cohesive devices, like on the other hand, is mechanical. A more sophisticated organization and logical sequencing of ideas are needed for higher bands. The lexical resource assessment was that the vocabulary is sufficient to convey basic ideas, for example, old people, homes for the elderly, expensive care, but lacks precision and variety. There are limited instances of less common vocabulary. Band 5 essays typically show this kind of limitation in lexical resources. Grammatical range and accuracy assessment. The essay uses a mix of simple and complex sentence forms. However, there are errors in grammar and punctuation, though they don't impede communication significantly. Band 5 is characterized by these kinds of grammatical errors that are not severe enough to obscure meaning. Let's compare that essay with a Band 9 essay. We will pay attention to the additional details highlighted in red. These details indicate how to transform a Band 5 essay into a Band 9 essay. Study them closely so you can practice these skills. Let's read the Band 9 essay response. In Britain, as is the case in many developed nations, many old people go to homes for the elderly. Here, nurses look after them with professional care and attention. This care costs money. Given the significant expenses involved, some think the government should pay, while others believe it's the family's responsibility. I believe the government should pay. This is because many families might not have enough money. It is common for families to struggle financially, especially in today's economy where living costs are high and saving for elder care can be challenging. It is hard for some families to pay for such expensive care. Moreover, elderly care often requires specialized medical attention and facilities that families are not equipped to provide. Also, when people pay taxes, the government can use this money for public services like elderly care. ensuring that the care is standardized and accessible to all, regardless of individual circumstances. On the other hand, some argue that families should pay. They say it's a family's duty to look after their elderly members. This perspective is grounded in the belief that caring for one's parents is a moral obligation, deeply rooted in familial bonds and cultural values. However, not all families can afford this. Besides, the complexity of modern life, where family members often live in different locations due to work or education, makes it impractical for many families to provide day-to-day care. In conclusion, I think the government should be responsible. This approach not only alleviates financial strain on families, but also ensures that elderly individuals receive consistent and high-quality care. By centralizing the responsibility for elderly care, the government can implement regulated standards and practices that protect the well-being of this vulnerable population segment. This way, all old people can get the care they need, regardless of their family's financial situation. This approach fosters a more equitable society, where access to essential services like elderly care is a right, not a privilege dependent on personal wealth. Let's understand the assessment of this essay for the band 9 Criteria for Task Response. The essay fully addresses all parts of the task, presenting a well-developed position with relevant, extended, and supported ideas. It goes beyond the superficial treatment of the topic by exploring the economic, social, and ethical dimensions of who should pay for elderly care. For coherence and cohesion, the essay demonstrates skillful management of paragraphing with a clear progression of ideas. The use of cohesive devices is sophisticated and appropriate, for example, moreover, besides, however, contributing to the overall clarity and fluency of the argument. The ideas are logically organized and presented coherently, making the essay easy to follow. For lexical resource, there is a wide range of vocabulary used accurately and appropriately. The essay includes less common lexical items and skillfully uses paraphrasing, for example, centralizing the responsibility for elderly care, regulated standards and practices. The precise and natural control of lexical features enhances the quality of the argument without seeming forced. For grammatical range and accuracy, the essay displays a wide range of grammatical structures used with full flexibility and accuracy. Complex sentences are well constructed and varied in style, contributing to the overall sophistication of the essay. The punctuation is correctly and effectively used, aiding in the clarity and flow of ideas. Overall, this essay exemplifies a Band 9 response through its comprehensive and insightful treatment of the topic, high-level coherence and cohesion, advanced vocabulary usage, and accurate and varied grammatical structures. To sum up, today's exploration has been about understanding the differences between a Band 5 and a Band 9 IELTS essay. We've delved into the elements of structure, vocabulary, coherence, and grammatical sophistication. We've highlighted the importance of every word, every sentence, and every essay in your journey towards mastering the IELTS Writing Task 2. Remember, every step brings you closer to the summit, to the Band 9 score you're aiming for. So, keep climbing, keep learning, and keep conquering. Your determination to excel in IELTS will set you apart in the job market. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more tips and tricks to ace your IELTS test. For personalized help, visit verbaling.com/teachers/Marie.